kind of selected. And it looks like it is going to be Cherry Limeade coming up next against Booyah Bomb. I say that, and you're probably at home, and I feel like someone's definitely explained this on stream before, but there's this way of pronouncing the name of the place we are in right now, where it looks like it's spelled Worcester, or Worcester.
Worcester.
But it's pronounced Worcester.
Worcester.
So this spelling of Booyah Bomb it's fully intentional to just say Booyah Bomb. But they just wanted to mess with us and make it painful.
Wait, I didn't know that. I'm not going to lie. I've been calling them Borceyah Bomb all weekend.
I've been doing that too, but just so that I like know what I'm talking about and not just the special in game.
Yeah.
So that's sort of what's been going on here. Now, with that being said, this is a really exciting set for me as well. Just as a personal note, like a lot of these players are very friendly with each other. They know each other. Like, you know, Fusion and Cherry Limeade, their members go back. Like Avril, you know, like all these people know each other very well. And I'm obviously very excited to see this. I know Marsh has been doing very well. Pico, I've been surprised by watching Pico this tournament because me and Rissa were saying, like, I know Pico for ballpoint.
Yeah.
Or Pico for ballpoint. And it's like, Pico's just going ham on the 52.
Speaking of Pico.
Pico's going ham on the 52 gal.
Yeah, Siren and I were at the TO desk earlier watching, kind of like I mentioned when this started. We were watching Booyah Bomb. I was going to say Borceyah Bomb again. We were watching them play on stream, and then we were both like, wait, Pico's not on ballpoint? What? We were very confused, but he was doing really well with it. So it totally makes sense, though, having Avril on their team, who is a known backline anchor charger player. And having Pico being able to flex over to that gal seems to be really, really working out well for them.
Yeah, no, and I'm not surprised at all because actually when I met Pico back in like 2018, he was still playing Blasters. We were actually on a team together ages ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, fun
Nice.
fact, we were on a team together and he played Blasters. We had a double Blaster comp because you could do that back in 2018 and it kind of worked. So, you know, he's kind of resuming back into that sort of frontline role, and honestly, he's doing very well for himself, and definitely like flexing right back into that reflex of, you know, basically holding forward. But like, you know, he's got the skill to back it up, and he's definitely getting rewarded for these plays. So it's been working very well in his favor. Tower control on Manta Maria is definitely we're going to be starting out here. Any thoughts on this one?
Tower control, Manta Maria. No, speaking of Pico, actually, the first thing I think of is the, Splatlings or ballpoints that perform really well on this map and mode in particular. But I have a feeling that playing with Avril already, who's a really, solid anchor player, that Pico won't necessarily need to be playing ballpoint here. But that was the first thing that came to my head is, this is a Splatling ballpoint map.
Right. But we also have to consider here that they're competing against Shiny on Cherry Limeade.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah. So Shiny, of course, is a very strong, dedicated charger player since, like, forever. Like, I've known of Shiny for a long time. And, definitely has moved their way up and down the teams and levels over the time that I've sort of been following them as a player. And honestly, like, just in more recent times, I am getting more and more scared of Shiny every time I play against them.
I know, especially recently they've been playing, I haven't seen what they're playing today in particular, but this past week I got to scrim against Cherry Limeade, and they were playing Explosher E-Leader, specifically Bubble E-Leader, so I could totally see that Bubble E-Leader coming out, and they being able to utilize the bubbles in those alleyways and the street area of this map. I could see them being able to utilize that and being a really good pick here.
Absolutely, yeah. I didn't even think of that. So that is something to consider here. And overall, like, what is going on there? We're seeing some good love, like Pico and Lily, like, making hopefully heart symbols to each other. I don't know what's going on with there. I hope it's a positive thing. I don't know. Knowing Pico a little bit, it could go either way.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if it was love or it was violence, I couldn't tell which one was going on there.
Regardless of whether it was love or violence, we're going to be seeing at least violence coming up soon, right?
Yes, we will.
Regardless,
we definitely will.
And I guess the set just overall intrigues me because like Marsh is one of those people who's just an absolute like wild card when it comes to any in-person event. Like he's incredibly difficult to predict, and that also made seeding a bit of a pain in the butt. Just because we were like, oh, how is Marsh gonna do? And they were like, well, how does Marsh normally do? And it's like you never really know what and how Marsh is gonna do, at least in the Smash bracket. You know, we're trying to work out some conflicts here.
Yeah.
And here's Marsh playing literally the most RNG character ever. And it's like, well, I don't know. What if he just rolls the bad move on Hero a million times? So I think he said he was like one game off of getting top 48 this weekend.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
So, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, they can hear us.
You know, okay, Marsh, if you can hear me. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is
I thought he was.
Oh,
Oh, okay, right when the camera comes, you chicken out, Marsh, and you sit back down. All right, I see how it is. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That was great. Something else that so I was at the TO desk, and then Marsh came up to me and was like, "Did you see me? I played Dapples one round on that last set." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't see that." So you know what? Since I'm commentating, I get to commentate their team in particular. I'm hoping Marsh brings out that Dapples so we can see it firsthand.
Absolutely. I can't tell if Cherry Limeade is actually talking or, okay. For a second, I thought they were just like, let's make some cool like gestures to make us look like we're doing things that are important. Everyone's doing their stretches. Get your Pilates in. Get your yoga in now.
Oh, both teams are going to stretch now.
Okay, I want you to all get out of your seats and get into the downward dog position and hold there for your hand health and your muscles are important. Thank you for demonstrating, Fusion.
Thank you, Fusion. Thank you. This is great.
This is something, all right.
After it's already been a long 2 days already.
Yes.
After a long 2 days already, this has been very nice, and this almost feels like a break from. You wouldn't normally say commentating feels like a break, but this feels like a break. Honestly, we're just like we get to just sit here and enjoy watching these teams play.
Yeah, I get to Marsh watch on stream. It's like having like a baby monitor.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now we get to look at Cherry Limeade. Oh, game starting. Oh my gosh, we were playing Splatoon?
Oh my gosh. No more yoga.
Okay, so we are seeing a bit of a
Wait a second.
A long-range comp coming out of Cherry Limeade, but a very typical comp. I mean, like it's 2022. Like, what are you expecting out of Krim? What are you expecting out of Lily? Like, we're seeing the Glugas. We are seeing the Junior. Like, this is what their strong suit is, and of course they've stuck to these things for a very long time. So it's going to be strong. Abro right off the bat popping those missiles. Unfortunately, one of their teammates is going to be down, so I'm curious as to how well they're going to be utilizing them here. And unfortunately, the point of view we have here is of the only remaining member left of Booyah Bomb. So they are going to be opting to back up and sort of look towards that first checkpoint and trying to sort of set up to kind of stop this as soon as possible.
I love this positioning from Shiny. There goes those bubbles, exactly where I was picturing them, into the street area. And the way that Shiny uses those bubbles, they use them to guard the tower. Lily here just safely sitting on the tower, being puppy guarded by Shiny and those bubbles. Now pushing to the second checkpoint. It's going to be up to Booyah Bomb here to figure out how to get back in.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Pico coming in with the flank here, getting a pick onto two members of Cherry Limeade, getting onto three. Oh, I'd love to see that Pico POV here. Pico's going crazy, like we said before. We are seeing Pico catching the jump in from Pika. Oh, this is going great. Pico, you're the GOAT.
Pico, what a great flank. That opened up their team to be able to come back into mid here. Double Booyah Bomb actually coming out. Both Marsh and Pico using the Booyah Bomb at the same time to help push into the left side of this map. You can see Pico is marked, though. With Marsh going down too, Pico has to try and back up safely, but is called out there by Krim. Now, Cherry Limeade with two members down on Booyah Bomb is pushing back into mid to get on the tower.
Yeah, so now we are seeing Crim sort of getting back into an aggressive position here up on the left side. These missiles coming out from Avril, while other members are able to spot up where Cherry Limeade is setting up. Crim getting these really good defensive sort of ink mines, kind of having a backup plan set up for them. And just in case this push goes awry, then they'll have sort of a bit of a one-up as Booyah Bomb is coming back in. So that's a really smart placement, having it on that left side there. Fusion here, setting up on this left, and I think at this point they're kind of dealing with a bit of a stalemate here and lacking a little bit of paint in a mid. So in order for them to get, sort of get a foot into the door here, I think they're going to have to get rid of Lily, right?
They might have to get rid of Lily. They have to, I mean, the way that Cherry Lime is playing this is, Lily's able to paint for their teammates, and then that enables their teammates to really push up and be aggressive. So that's a good point. Getting rid of that paint that enables Cherry Limeade to push up is a really, really good move and good idea for Booyah Bomb to try and do here.
Oh, that was so smart. So Pika knew exactly where Pico was because of that beacon there. So seeing up on that wall there, was able to slosh over and just get almost a blind kill on a Pico. Now Pico's getting these really good peripheral kills around the corners, and really just setting up into the base here. They're almost ready to knock out here, but they do have to watch out. That is going to be a delayed wipe, so unless Fusion is able to get there in time, that is going to be a knockout.
Cherry Limeade taking game 1 of this set. Remember, this is a best of 5, so we will be moving on to game 2 here. It'll be up to Booyah Bomb to get a score on the board as we head on into this game 2. Oh man.
Yeah, Pico. Oh my God. I knew I saw this coming. I saw this getting prepared, like in the corner of my eye. I'm just. Can I just say real quick? I am so happy with the team at Gen Game here, and this has been it's been a long time since Gen Game has sort of directly worked with the Splatoon community on an event like this. Gen Game, I am so sorry. Yes, so it's been quite a while, and like I was really happy to sort of get them back working with us once again, and I feel like. I hope that the feeling is mutual and that, we're happy to sort of have this relationship once again, because it has been a while since we've seen one of those New York events. It was supposed to come out back in 2020 for Beacon, but, the pandemic hit and then just everything kind of fell apart as far as the New York scene. And, having an event so northeast, it really opened the doors for this to happen.
Mm-hmm. We see a lot of, speaking of that, we see a lot of New York players here. I mean, Pico, Power, Hunty, all was able to come down to this since it is relatively close to them. So I love that, we're still able to condense those players in this general area of the U.S. To be able to come down to this.
Absolutely, and yeah, like Bronze as well. Like you see Bronze at like every event, but like this one especially, I don't know if Bronze would have been able to go if he wasn't close by. So like this is great.
Okay, so we are headed into game 2 here, and it's actually going to be Rainmaker and both teams. Ooh, Shiny actually bringing out that Explo that I had mentioned, and a very interesting pick here for Rainmaker in particular. It's a really, really fast mode, so being able to utilize that Explosher fast is going to be interesting to watch.
Absolutely, for sure. We are seeing a lot of dominant bomb sort of pressure coming out in the mid from Booyah Bomb, which I don't mean to be making these jokes once again, but that is going to be a 3 down very early on for Cherry Limeade. So it's just a matter at this point of Avril and Pico sort of joining up, getting the jump in from Marsh on that bottom left area here. They are going to pick up, but it does seem like it's almost a little bit too late with Cherry Limeade having fully respawned at this point. Pico going to be using this Booyah Bomb all the way on the right side, which is great because that's a huge choke point in that corner there. So now looking out for other members of Cherry Limeade, they do have their specials ready, and they are getting that sort of the push effects onto their special meters here. So we are seeing that coming out. So a very, very quick sort of lead shift here, down to 46, which is basically nothing in Muscle Forge.
Yeah, Muscle Forge, it can definitely turn in an instant for Rainmaker. Lily here, though, able to pop the Rainmaker for their teammates, start pushing it into mid. Looks like there was someone, yeah, Fusion is down there on the bottom right side of the map, is called out, though, but that did kind of stall out Cherry Limeade quite a bit there to just, allow their teammates to be able to come back in.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a huge disruption and a bit of a delay. So allowing other members of Booyah Bomb to come back into this corner here. And they do have 2 down once again on Cherry Limeade, but they do have to watch out because Pika could be sharking at anywhere in this little corner here. So they do have to watch out because peeking around a little corner is going to open up the doors for Pika. peek around corners. That's what it's short for, actually.
There's a lot of puns going on so far in this stream.
I'm on a roll today.
Okay, so Cherry Limeade once again in control of the Rainmaker. Does get the Rainmaker, though, called out there. But I love this positioning from Krim. Krim's there just pushed up very aggressively, allows their teammates to grab the Rainmaker. Though with 3 members down, it's just Shiny left up for Cherry Limeade. Booyah Bomb here, Avril is just going to grab the Rainmaker. That way, you know, no one can sneak up and grab it. Just get it in a safer position to get a push going.
Absolutely here. So pulling it up onto the right side here is going to be great. Oh, we are seeing the pick on a Fusion. Just one member of, I believe, probably Krim on the snipe of Cherry Limeade is going to spot that out. Krim getting caught up in this Booyah Bomb, but able to slide out and just dodge roll that. I think anything other than the Glugas would have been absolutely destroyed in that moment. Krim is getting these picks in the mid, stopping a whole lot from Booyah Bomb here. Fusion very smartly backing off here, noticing that the situation is getting very prickly in the center of map. So it's very good to sort of stall out their time here and just allow Cherry Limeade to almost to play into them at this point.
Yeah, right now the map is mostly in Booyah Bomb's color. I loved the armor and inkjet combo that we got to see from Fusion and Marsh there. Now Fusion grabbing the Rainmaker is going to go ahead and try and stall this out. Shoot out some shots with the Rainmaker and try and get in a position to help their team push. Though with Pico going down, they do have to play this really carefully. Maybe wait for some specials, try and get an opening to push this Rainmaker.
Absolutely, and I mean, they are kind of staying back here, opting to defend here a little bit, and that is going to pay off extremely well for them. 3 members of Booyah Bomb down here, and that becomes a full wipe the second that Pico gets picked off as well. So they are going to be trying to capitalize off this moment here, getting some more points on the board if they're able to move it up past this right corner choke point. And with Marsh down, this is very possible.
Lily here pushing the Rainmaker, going through this miss, gets the points all the way to 14. So what a really, really solid lead for Cherry Limeade. Now, I like that Marsh grab the Rainmaker, get it away from their pedestal. That way no one from Cherry Limeade can sneak in and grab that Rainmaker. Though with the lead to 14 from Cherry Limeade, Booyah Bomb is really going to have to figure out what their opening is going to be for them to push this Rainmaker.
Absolutely here. Now, I'm glad that you brought up that Marsh is the one who picked up that Rainmaker, because that does remind me of like a lot of earlier days in Splatoon 2 when you would see Marsh on Deep Blues. The second he picks up the Rainmaker, people would just go wild because they knew exactly what was about to happen. Marsh on the Rainmaker is just as chaotic, if not more chaotic than Marsh normally. So it is something to look out for. And obviously, Cherry Limeade needs to be worried about it too. So long as Marsh decides to keep picking up Rainmaker in these matches.
Yeah, we'll see going into the last 20 seconds of this what's going to happen here. With Lily grabbing the Rainmaker and 3 members down on the side of Booyah Bomb, you know, this is a really, really good position for Cherry Limeade to be in right now. I love that Lily's just taking the Rainmaker over to this far right area of the map, stalling it out. Lily does not need to move any more than this. Getting solo missile, though, is going to be a position for Cherry Limeade to just go ahead and take this Rainmaker. Even though Lily went down, there was a complete wipe on the side of Booyah Bomb, and Pika just walked up and was like, thank you, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. I saw like an exact moment playing out the second, like before it happened. Towards the end there, you could see that top-down view where Marsh was about to run to go after Lily, and then Pika was just sitting once again around a corner. And we get a good replay here of this like insane trade-off situation on the right side that I believe resulted in Cherry Limeade's very first lead swap.
A lot of good replays coming out here. This was that position. Krim, I loved how aggressive Krim was pushed up there, but I love the call out too from Booyah Bomb being able to recognize that Krim was all the way up almost in their spawn like that. And this is Cherry Limeade, man. I think this is their really, really strong push that they did, Lily getting all the way to 14.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, 14 isn't always like the end-all, be-all on this map. Like we've seen, like Muscle Forge Fitness go very south very quickly, and a lot of things can happen because there is some really unique routes on this map, and you don't really see this one that often in tournament anymore. And you know that was sort of what kind of I guess possessed me in Magic to pick this specific map mode, because it's not something typical to now. And, you know, we kind of wanted to go with more of an overall timeline of what was common and what is still kind of playable across the 5 years we've had Splatoon 2. Because we're trying to we're trying to close out everything in a little nice package. So
that's a good point and way to look at that. I like that.
Yeah. If you feel like some of the maps feel a little dated, if you've been around for a while, you're like, wow, I haven't seen that map since like 2017, 2018 played. There's a reason for that. It's all on purpose.
Okay, so remember, as we go into this game 3, if Cherry Limeade does win this game, they will be taking the set and moving on through the winner's side of the bracket. But if Booyah Bomb loses, wins this, actually, we will still be continuing on through the set to game 4. Shiny, what was that? And then if Cherry Limeade wins this, then Booyah Bomb will be headed down to the loser's side of the bracket.
Getting the thumbs up from Cherry Limeade. I don't know what we did to get their approval, but I'm glad that I have
Shiny,
it regardless.
We see you, Shiny. Oh, never mind, we don't. We're going into game 3. So game 3 is going to be Clam Blitz on the Reef here. And looking at these comps, that double K-Gal is coming back out. I really want to know, I want to go up to them after this and ask what their game plan, or like what their reasoning for this double K-Gal is. And then on the other side of Cherry Limeade, we do see that X-Blosher come back out. And then quite the switch up here, having double armor with that Kensagluga.
Now, Avril getting this really good first pick off the bat with the 10 missiles and almost getting another cleanup on another member of Cherry Limeade here. Pretty strong start for them. By the way, if I were to theorize on the fact that they are going double K-Gal, do you think it has anything to do with the fact that they're called Booyah Bomb?
Oh my gosh, you're right. You're right.
And also because it's broken. That is probably the other reason.
Yeah, I could see that.
So we are seeing a very good, strong lead coming out from the beginning of the game with Cherry Limeade. Pika is once again sharking there, but we can see that Pico sort of noticed that he's there. It's just a matter now of getting that trade is going to be good for them overall. However, it's just now a matter of dealing with Shiny and Lily moving up on this right side here, scoring some additional clams. Now we do see Avril and Fusion sort of scrambling to get Cherry Limeade out of here, but they're just offering more jump-ins and more clams are spawning in. This is not looking too good for Booyah Bomb.
Oh, Lily getting that final clam in when it was just Lily up. They were the last member up of Cherry Limeade, sneaks in that last clam and is going to completely KO that game. So Cherry Limeade taking this set 3-0 over Booyah Bomb, moving on through the winner's side of the bracket. And Booyah Bomb is not out yet. They will be moving down to the loser's side of the bracket to still do their best to get through the bracket.
Absolutely. They definitely have a good chance of redemption from here on in. And I think they're very capable of doing that. It's just maybe this set could have just been their kryptonite because they have been doing very well up until now. So I do believe this does mean that Cherry Limeade will be moving into the top 6 automatically because I think now they're going to winners round 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were remaining on the winner side of the bracket. I kind of wish I knew what was going on with the rest of the bracket right now, but
you gave up your iPad.
I gave up my iPad, but it's like, you know, I'm an iPad kid, and I need to stare at it at all times. So I'm trying to like look at my phone and be like, what's going on? What's going on? But you are the focus right now. I wish I could pull a March right now, but I don't think the headset's gonna let me. Oh, yes. Yeah. So we are going to go into streaming one side of the losers bracket, and I am interested because this is going to be a bit telling here as to, you know, what's been going on the winners side that we didn't see.
Oh, Matthew Fox there making a little appearance all the way from the UK.
Yeah, you know, when you get UK people in, you just want to have them on the stream all the time, and then you accidentally almost stream them 4 times in a row. It just happens.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and just take a really, really quick break as we are going to head into the first match of the loser side of the bracket. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few minutes.
See you then.